I don't know why you always get so insecure. I wish you could see what I see when you're looking in the mirror. And why won't you believe me when I say that to me you get more beautiful every day? When you're looking at the magazines and thinking that you'll never measure up. Cause you're my girl. の愛と飲み込む君簡単に微笑む君として心の魂の
ただいま戻りました。我が気。どうも、魂の完全なる再生には、魔素量が足らぬようですね。
否定に必要な魔素量を満たしておりません。代用します。
気考えがございます。この者どもをお使いくださいませ。それこそが我らにとっての喜びなのですから。
リオ、ベルゼビュート。これより反言の秘術を開始します。究極の魂の秘術。
これが生まれたての魔王だって。こんなのカリオン様でも不可能なんじゃ。
それらを行使するには莫大な魔素量が必要となり、成功確率は 3.14%。
Only a moron would call it a bluff. Your army's been wiped out, Clayman. The question is, are you ready to join them?発生魔王オクタグラム。
Mondstadt.
Hey, doesn't that mean the 10 great demon lords are now just the 8 great demon lords? What?
As you implied, this is a tremendous honor. It is my most fervent hope that you will accept. And I hate to remind you of this fact, but it is because of your actions that we have 2 fewer demon lords now. So tell me, will you assume the responsibility of coming up with a name?
Fine, whatever. I can choose. But don't get all mad at me if you end up hating it.
Right.
There's 8 of us. So octograde. What do you think of that?
In reality, it would take 19 years to fly there. If we look at the bigger
19
picture,
years of flying to the sun? Nah, I'm gonna invent something that's gonna make it 9 minutes. By the way, Rimuru, do you have any plans for the rest of the summer break? I mean, since that mission ended sooner than I expected, I had one other...
I can't hear you! Solve your own problems for a while! I'm fresh out of fever!
Come on, just hear me out! It might be fun!
new demon lord has appeared, and his name is Rimuru Tempest.
Oh my!
See? Well, given his strength, I suppose that shouldn't surprise you.
And here I was hoping I might marry him someday. Much for that. Don't be naive. Development in the force of Jura will change everything. The reason no one has ever done it before is because there's nothing to be gained from it. But things have changed. The vast territory to the south of the forest falls under Demon Lord Maline's dominion. Backed by overwhelming military might, the region is sure to prosper. To the west lies the western provinces. In the north, the armed nation of Dwargon. Looking at the map, the country that will connect all these nations is the newly founded Rimuru Tempest Federation. Enough about that. You asked what my reply would be. Both the acquisition of Yoshida and the conditions set for the road serve as undeniable proof. Demon Lord Rimuru is very familiar with human society. I no longer harbor any doubts he is in fact an otherworlder. And now that he's obtained the power to use his knowledge and experiences to the fullest, even without his title, Rimuru is a force to be reckoned with. The disciples of the hero Shizu Aizawa, Grandmaster Yuki Kagurazuka, and the saint Hinata Sakaguchi are known for their strength, but ultimately might not hold a candle to Demon Lord Rimuru.
So, does that mean...
Refusal is not an option.
What's up? Ooh.
You see, I'm considering the idea of forming an alliance with you. But before I do, there is an important question I have for you first.
Ask away.
How do you intend on dealing with the demon standing behind you? He's one of the primordials of unspeakable power.
How does she know that? Truth be told, I don't. While Diablo is strong, he has been nothing but a loyal servant to me. I don't really care about his background.
I should have been clearer with my phrasing. How will you take responsibility if your loyal servant decides one day to go on a rampage?
Rampage? I guess it's possible, but that concern doesn't only apply to him. Just look at Xiang. In that case, I'd stop him before it came to that. After all, it's the only way to make sure no one gets hurt, right? Why does he look so happy?
Really? Hold on a minute. Do you actually mean what you just said? You truly think you can stop him? You aren't just saying that?
Well, it's not likely to be the first time he's gotten a little crazy, but lately he's been doing things in line with how I like them. Compared to how he used to be, he's basically a harmless puppy.
Incredible! Did you just hear all of that, Arrow? Even Lord Rimuru is even more impressive than what the rumors say about him.
Primordial of Demon, also known as 7 Pillars of Primordial, are the oldest and most extraordinarily powerful demons. Each of them is referred to by their signature colors rather than an actual name. Primordial Purple Violet, Ultima. Primordial White Blanc, Testarossa. Primordial Yellow Jaune, Carrera. Primordial Black Noir, Diablo. Primordial Green Vert, Misery. Primordial Blue, Rain. Primordial Red Rouge, Guy Crimson.
Did you know that during the conference at Tempest, the term primordial comes up in relation to the original demons, prompting Rimuru to casually ask Diablo whether he is one of these ancient beings? In his characteristically nonchalant manner, Diablo confirms it without any particular fanfare. He is indeed one of the 7 primordials of the demon race. The revelation hits Rimuru harder than expected. He genuinely hadn't grasped the significance of who he had actually summoned, treating the whole thing as a fairly routine event at the time. During his evolution into a demon lord, both Leon and Luminous expressed open disbelief at Rimuru's complete lack of awareness about what he had done, while Wisdom King Raphael is left entirely speechless, which in itself says something. Rimuru reflects on how difficult it would have been to recognize Diablo's true importance from what appeared to be an ordinary summoning, with no obvious signs of the power involved. In hindsight, Elmicia's visible wariness toward Diablo during their earlier interactions suddenly makes complete sense. She recognized exactly what he was long before Rimuru did, and her caution was entirely justified given the true identity standing casually in the room.
お許しいただけるなら、古い知り合いを勧誘してみようかと。その際に、より代となる肉体を用意していただきたいのです。
After Diablo slaughtered nearly all of the underworld, in search of worthy beings to serve his master, he comes back to Rimuru with a total of only 10 demons. But what Rimuru didn't know was that Diablo had simply recruited 3 beings like him, primordial.
Did you know that 3 of the most ancient and terrifying primordial demons in the Tensura Light novels all arrived at their first meeting with Rimuru, fully prepared to kill him if he disappointed them? Testarossa, Carrera, and Ultima, beings so overwhelmingly powerful that entire nations trembled at the mere mention of their presence, were initially summoned at Diablo's personal request, and none of them came with peaceful intentions. Each had privately entertained the idea of challenging or outright eliminating Rimuru if he turned out to be just another unremarkable existence, unworthy of their loyalty. But the moment they stood before him, everything changed. Rimuru did something no one had ever dared to do. He looked straight through their terrifying facades and treated them as if they posed absolutely no threat whatsoever. Casual, unshakable confidence hit differently than any display of raw power ever could. Testarossa, who had spent ages manipulating entire nations for entertainment, found Rimuru more genuinely fascinating than any game she'd ever played. Ultima sensed unprecedented personal growth waiting for her in his service, and Carrera, who directly tested Rimuru's power, was left absolutely thrilled by how effortlessly he neutralized everything she threw at him.
If you love someone, after all, you want to leave something behind for them. You want to create something meaningful, something that lasts beyond fleeting moments. It could be a memory, a lesson, a piece of wisdom, or even just the comfort of knowing they were cherished. A part of you hopes that when you're gone, they'll still feel your presence in the guidance you offered, in the laughter you shared, in the warmth you gave. Love makes you want to leave a mark, a reminder that they were deeply valued, something they can carry forward, to remember that they were never alone. It's simple. I want to create a world where life is as convenient as I wish it to be. Comfortable world where everyone can laugh and enjoy their lives as much as possible. That's what I truly and honestly want. Ideals without power are nonsense, and power without ideals is empty, right? I'm a greedy guy, but I don't have an interest in seeking power just for the sake of power, without the ambition to do something.
His town could hasten the onset of the great Tenma War. The great Tenma War. The 500-year cycle of this great war begins with the invasion of the angels. Their targets are developed cities. The reason is unknown, but because the condition under which they are targeted is clear.
The game was over, but the seeds of conflict were still smoldering. And that would be the signal for the beginning of the worldwide demon war. Tenma.
She looks cute, she acts playful, but she's one of the most destructive forces in the entire Tensure universe. Meet Ultima, one of Rimuru's demon primordials, and the wielder of the cursed magic domain. While Diablo gets the fame and Rang gets the loyalty, Ultima flies under the radar. And that's exactly what makes her terrifying. Her appearance, a small, cheerful girl with purple hair. Her personality, bubbly, almost childlike. But her power, she specializes in curses, some of the most difficult magic to resist or reverse in the entire series. She can inflict debuffs so severe that even high-ranking demons struggle to survive them. And when Rimuru names her, her potential explodes to a level that rivals true demon lords. What makes Ultima unique isn't just raw power, it's unpredictability. Enemies never see her coming because she never looks like a threat. Cute smile, deadly intent, that's Ultima.
Dressrosa, also known as Blanc the Primordial of White, is a primordial who joined Tempest after being recruited by Diablo. She caused the Lakeshore Dyed Scarlet incident and serves as Tempest's military attaché and Minister of Foreign Affairs. Aside from her demonic magic and skills, Dressrosa gained her ultimate skill called Belial, Lord of Underworld. Her ultimate skill, Afterworld, consumes the target's life, sends their soul to hell, and allows her to torture it. It's similar to Luminus's Asmodeus, which controls life and death, but her skill emphasizes the death aspect, reflecting her demonic nature. She used the afterworld and created an ultimate magic called White Fire. It consumed life and brought death without escape for its targets, engulfing them in white flames and casting them into hell. This fearsome magic caused no collateral damage but exceeded the power and heat of nuclear magic. She is part of the Black Numbers with Ultima and Carrera and is one of Rimuru's 12 Guardian Lords.
Carrera isn't just powerful. Her magic is something the world itself wasn't designed to handle as a primordial demon. She doesn't follow normal casting methods. She ignores magic efficiency, ignores restraint, and fires attacks equivalent to nuclear weapons without hesitation. Most mages calculate risk. Carrera doesn't. For spells, don't just destroy enemies, they rewrite the battlefield. Cities vanish, armies disappear. Even demon lords would hesitate to stand in her range. That's why her power is considered illegal. Not because it's forbidden, but because nothing exists to properly counter it. When Rimuru unleashed Carrera in war, it wasn't strategy, it was permission for total annihilation. And once she starts casting, there's no battlefield left to save. As for his abilities, Diablo has a lot of skills, including ultimate skills and unique skills like all of creation, which allows the user to comprehend anything as long as they have a basic understanding. He also has the charm domination skill, which allows the user to hypnotize and temporarily control the thoughts of others, as well as alter their memories. Additionally, he possesses the space-time domination skill, which grants the user complete control over the elements of space and time.
Let me explain every ultimate skill the primordial demons have in Tensura. First we have Ultima, the purple primordial. Her skill Samael, Lord of Deathly Poison, finds an opponent's weakness and creates a perfect poison made just for them. Then we have Carrera, the yellow primordial.
Her skill, Abaddon, Lord of Destruction, creates mini black holes using anti-spirit energy from the abyss. Next is Testarossa, the White Primordial. Her skill, Belial, Lord of the Underworld, lets her govern life and death itself. Then comes Diablo, the Black Primordial. His skill, Azazel, Lord of Temptation, creates an imaginary world where he makes all the rules and can change how reality works. And lastly, we have Guy Crimson, the Red Primordial. His skill, Nodens, God of the Abyss, lets him create skills, generate infinite worlds, and perform instantaneous transmission. Basically, real reality manipulation.
Okay, can everyone stop saying Dad?
The war between the Rimuru Tempest Federation and the Eastern Empire wasn't a battle. It was judgment. When the forces of the Empire marched under Emperor Rudra Namul Naska, they came with absolute confidence. Advanced military formations, elite otherworlders, airships, and overwhelming numbers. An empire built on conquest. An army that had crushed nations without resistance. But they stepped into the domain of Rimuru Tempest Federation, and they met annihilation. Under the command of Rimuru Tempest. Tempest's forces didn't just defend, they eradicated. Strategic counters dismantled Imperial formations. Elite Guardians overwhelmed top commanders. Ultimate skills clashed like natural disasters. What was meant to be a subjugation became a massacre. Tens of thousands of Imperial soldiers fell. The Empire's greatest weapons were neutralized. Its pride shattered, and at the center of it all stood Rimuru. Calm, calculating, merciless when necessary. A being who could create prosperity with one hand and chaos with the other. When the dust settled, the world understood something terrifying. He was no longer just a demon lord. He was a force that rewrote the balance of power itself. From that war onward, one title echoed across nations: Chaos Creator.
Oh my god, esto va a ser épico, papus.
True dragons, there is only 4 in all of existence. They are the highest ranking beings to ever exist. Storm Dragon Veldora, Scorch Dragon Veldrin, Frost Dragon Velzard, and Star King Veldanava, the being who created the universe. During the Great War, Rimuru was able to beat both the Scorched Dragon and Storm Dragon alone.
Beldora is attacked by his older sister, Belgrind. Fearing that Rimuru will be affected, he cuts the connection with him. Rimuru, knowing the situation, he goes to Beldora. Beldora was attacked and had his mind manipulated. Rimuru faces two true dragons alone.
Rimuru in the real story dies countless times.
but is always saved by the heroine Chloe, who alters the timelines to always save her beloved. Teal, the soon-to-be wife of Rimuru, is an absolute powerhouse, arguably one of the most broken beings in the Tensura universe. As a Manas, she holds the terrifying ability to freely manipulate infants, the fundamental building blocks of reality itself. This isn't just some high-level magic, it's literal control over the rules and logic that govern the world. What makes her even more frightening is her complete access to every skill Rimuru possesses, from his devastating offensive abilities to his near-limitless support and defensive skills. And on top of that, she wields her own unique powers, developed from her evolution from the King of Wisdom. This means she doesn't just understand every situation, she anticipates it. Every battle, every decision, every strategy plays out perfectly in her mind, thanks to an endless well of information, processed at speeds far beyond mortal comprehension. She isn't just a force to be reckoned with, she's a walking apocalypse wrapped in flawless logic and unyielding loyalty to Rimuru. In a universe where strength knows no bounds, Seal sits at the top, smiling coldly with knowledge that everything is exactly as she wills it.
This is the moment Rimuru showed a true dragon the ultimate level of disrespect. While locked in a desperate 2 versus 1 battle, Rimuru made a decision that infuriated the Scorched Dragon Velgrind. He completely ignored her, treating her legendary power as a mere obstacle. His entire focus was on saving his mind-controlled friend, Veldora. After effortlessly trapping Velgrind in his inescapable heat break prison, he didn't even bother to finish her off. He simply turned his back on her as if their entire fight was a minor inconvenience. And then he delivered the coldest line of the battle. Behave yourself for a while. When Veldora is liberated, I'll play with you. He didn't just beat her. He told one of the strongest beings in the world that she was the side quest he'd get to later.
It was as good a moment as any, as well as a small test. It made an attack towards Velgrind. A single strike from that sword had pierced the heavens and split the seas. Literally, the deadly shockwave bore no resemblance to the swing of a sword, and it severed Velgrind's wings in the middle of his evasion.
What if Rimuru died? When Rimuru fell, the sky itself dimmed. Tempest stood still for one heartbeat. Then the world ended. Veldora was first. His roar ripped through clouds and split the horizon. Mountains turned to dust. The winds screamed his rage across continents. Milim followed, her energy flaring like a newborn star. Forests caught fire just from her presence. Seas boiled. Every creature within miles fled. And still, her power kept growing. Diablo didn't shout. He whispered, "If my lord no longer walks this world, then the world no longer deserves to exist." Shadows spread from him like a living storm, devouring cities whole, their lights vanishing one by one. Even Gobta, once the cheerful fool, walked alone into a nation that dared celebrate Rimuru's death. One swing of his blade turned night into day. The capital vanished in an instant, dust before the wind. When he left, only a crater remained, glowing, silent, endless. Benimaru's flames turned violet. The ground beneath him melted into rivers of magma. Armies that approached were erased before their screams could form. Shion's fury shattered the land. "He said he'd come back," she cried, striking the earth. The shockwave tore valleys open, tossing stone and steel into the sky. Shuna's sorrow twisted into something unholy. Her blessing magic reversed. Every healing spell she cast now withered everything it touched. The holy fields of Tempest turned gray. Sway became a ghost in motion. You never saw him, only the silence that followed. Shadows fell where he passed, entire divisions gone.
Rimuru's overwhelming victory against Eastern Empire, spoiler alert, during the battle against Velgrind and Veldora, Raphael, who was so worried about fighting against two true dragon, gained incredible confidence after being named by Rimuru. So Rimuru and Seal decided to split their roles, in which Rimuru takes on Veldora, while Seal takes on Velgrind. As the fight started again, Rimuru focused on Veldora's movements, while Seal analyzed and blocked every attack of Velgrind with Ural's absolute defense, making Velgrind more and more angry, as she thought Rimuru wasn't paying attention to her. So she unleashes her strongest attack, Cardinal Acceleration, an attack which was supposed to be inescapable and unblockable, only to be blocked by Ural's absolute defense, and getting trapped in Infinity Prison. After Velgrind was captured, Rimuru focused solely on freeing Veldora. So after transforming into True Dragon and absorbing Veldora, Velgrind, who saw her brother getting devoured, became so angry that she just threw away her defenses and only focused on attacking, and as her final attack, she used an even powerful version of cardinal acceleration, although it got devoured by Beelzebub's predation along with Velgrind herself.
Michael realized that his body was disintegrating. He was the first being to bear witness to the strongest ultimate skill, Void God Azathoth. And before he had time to face that inescapable reality. So then, do you have any last words? Rimuru asked him. Accepting defeat, Michael thought to himself. How could he have lost when he had outperformed them in every way? He could not find the answer. That's why he asked a different question rather than sighing in defeat. Who are you? To which Rimuru replied with a puzzled look. Hey, me, I'm just a slime.
Rimuru faces off against Evorage. If you're only following the Tensura light novel, this one's for you.
Feldway, corrupted by magicules and seeking to destroy creation, resurrects Evarge to challenge Rimuru. As the multiverse faces annihilation, Rimuru steps up to protect his world. This epic battle is a turning point in the story, with Rimuru pushing his powers to the absolute limit. This might be coming to the light novel soon.
With its servants, Evarge descended upon the Celestial Palace, a gateway to alternate realms. The vast gate, typically closed and guarded, was inexplicably open. No one could stop Evarage's advance. Leading an army of hellish beings, the innocent yet malevolent god strode forward across dimensions. Evarge had discovered fragments of the Axis world, remnants tied to Star King Dragon Veldanava. Fueled by hatred for those Veldanava loved, Evarge vowed to destroy everything. Centered around the world-destroying dragon Evarge, the vast swarm of cryptid beasts was an apocalyptic force. The evolution and naming of its subordinates spread unprecedented malevolence, granting overwhelming power to its minions. These creatures, exceeding disaster-class threats, numbered in the thousands. Their combined might signified the arrival of the end. With pure malice, Evarge and its army marched forward, determined to consume everything and reclaim its lost perfection.
Humanity was born, interlocked in parallel worlds of other dimensions. Perfect fertility, adaptability to the environment. They had a unique ego and a curiosity that challenged the mysteries of the world. Veldanava rejoiced. He had come to love this fragile race more than anything else. Veldanava decided to remove the threat from the world for the sake of humanity. Feldway was also ordered to subdue various demons with his own hands. However, the last remaining individual was troublesome. It was Evarge, the world-destroying dragon, who would later become the king of the cryptids. It was the incarnation of disaster. It had power rivaling that of a true dragon. Moreover, because of its destructive instincts, it had the potential to bring about the eventual destruction of the world.
The skies above Tempest darkened without warning. An ominous pressure swept across the city, making the ground tremble. Rimuru rose into the air, his gaze fixed on the source of the disturbance. A figure emerged, shifting, unstable, radiating pure destruction. It was Ivaragay. Such a lively city, she sneered, her voice echoing unnaturally. It'll be fun to erase it all. Rimuru's voice was calm but firm. I won't let you harm anyone here. In an instant, the two clashed. Shockwaves ripped through the land, the force of their battle shaking Tempest itself. Rimuru unleashed Turn Null and Gluttony, while Ivaragay countered with chaotic energy that tore reality apart. From the city walls, his allies watched in shock. Benimaru whispered, "She's stronger than anything we've faced." Shion shouted, "Rimuru-sama, be careful." And Milim, eyes sparkling, grinned. Finally, a real fight. The battle raged fiercely. Rimuru began to gain the upper hand, but Ivaragay's expression twisted. Her gaze locked onto the ground, where Shion and Shuna stood side by side. "If I can't win against you," she hissed, "then I'll shatter the ones you love instead." She fired a massive blast straight toward them. Shion froze, eyes wide. Shuna gasped in horror. "Shuna!" Shion cried. "No!" Shuna screamed. Rimuru's roar split the skies. "Don't you dare!" In a blur, he appeared in front of them. His body absorbed the blast with gluttony, swallowing the attack before it could touch them. The ground beneath him cracked under the force, but Shion and Shuna were safe. Rimuru's aura erupted. His eyes burned crimson, his voice shaking with fury. "You dared to target my family?" The air itself quivered as his rage poured out. "I'll tear you apart." What followed was pure devastation. Rimuru moved faster than sight, striking again and again. Every blow tore through Ivaragay's form. Every explosion shook the heavens. He slammed her into the earth, unleashed storms of energy at point-blank range, and shredded her chaotic body with claws and blades of power. Ivaragay screamed in desperation. "No! You can't! You shouldn't be this strong!" But Rimuru's fury was unstoppable.
With a final crushing strike, he drove her into the ground, leaving her broken, bloodied, and defeated. Silence fell. Rimuru hovered in the air, his aura still blazing, his breath heavy with anger. Cheyenne's voice trembled. Rimuru-sama, you saved us. Shuna's eyes filled with tears. Thank you for protecting everyone. Rimuru looked at them, his fury softening into resolve. Then his gaze returned to the fallen Avarage.
Veldanava, the Star King Dragon, found love with Lucia, and their union gave birth to Melim Nava, the Destroyer. However, Melim's birth came at a great cost. The overwhelming power Veldanava once held was almost entirely drained, leaving him significantly weakened. In a final act of love and protection, he created a baby dragon to be Melim's lifelong companion. With his power diminished, Veldanava reincarnated in a human-like form, far weaker than before. Tragically, during a surprise attack on the capital while Rudra was away, both Veldanava and Lucia were killed, leaving Melim and the baby dragon orphaned. Now, a question.
Veldanava created the world. So why is he trying to erase it? In Tensura Volume 23, the creator god, Veldanava, has returned, and he is no longer the god who once loved the world. True dragons are forces of nature. They never truly die, but when they come back, their personality can change. And Veldanava came back carrying one thing above everything else, his love for Lucia. The world took her from him. Her soul was shattered, reborn again and again across different lives. So Veldanava decided he would bring her back, no matter the cost. Because true dragons have one terrifying trait. When they love someone, that love can become an obsession. So Veldanava's answer was simple and monstrous. Reset the world. Remove the freedom and individuality that led to Lucia's death. Leave only beings who worship him. That means everyone Rimuru loves becomes disposable. So Rimuru stands against the creator himself to protect those he loved from a god who lost love for his own creation. In Tensura Volume 23, the battle with Veldanava starts with Rimuru barely keeping up, thanks to Chloe rewinding the future with Yog Sotahort. Veldanava sighs. If time doesn't flow, your power is meaningless. Time stops. Chloe's skill dies instantly. She's taken out, but she avoids a fatal wound. Milim notices. Hey! You never helped me like that. That's favoritism. Chloe fires back, injured but smug. Rimuru-san is important to me. You're not. Veldanava reaches out. A sword appears in his hand and attacks. Rimuru blocks, and in that instant, Veldanava invokes his authority. Everything went quiet as Rimuru's soul gets pulled from his body. What happens when a god realizes he pushed the wrong slime? We all know in Volume 23, Veldanava snatched Rimuru's soul away. But Rimuru still got up. After all, who decided he needed a soul to move anyway? Then Rimuru erased primitive magic itself, wrapped nihility around his Genesis-grade sword, Elpis, and swung. The result? He cut through Veldanava's god-level defense like a hot knife through butter. Rimuru Tempest made a god bleed. In that fight, Veldanava was so shaken he asked, "Why are you on par with me?" And Rimuru answered with the coldest line possible. Because I am strong. The exact words his partner Ciel had told him before she was taken away. Rimuru overwhelmed Veldanava so much, he was ready to abandon every plan and reset the world right there. Because an angry, unrestrained Rimuru is the one scenario even gods fear.
It was Veldora who noticed first. Everyone turned their anger toward him. But at that moment, something unexpected happened. Rimuru, whose soul had just been stolen, suddenly woke up. After a short pause, I woke up. It felt like a daydream. Benimaru was holding me, supporting me without even realizing it. Then Veldanava looked at me and said, "How is it that you are safe even though I took your soul?" Even he was surprised. I looked down and realized I had turned into a slime again. But this time, Ciel wasn't inside me. This is bad. This is the worst crisis since I reincarnated. Most of my abilities were managed by Ciel. If Ciel is gone, I can't use them anymore. For the first time, I felt truly alone. Then I realized it. I was still connected to Veldora through the soul corridor. We had backup inside each other. Veldanava's attack was a multi-dimensional continuous attack, capable of sealing off escape. My soul was stolen. But at the last moment, only my core heart, my ego, was expelled into Veldora. That's how I survived. There was nothing I could do in that state, but I remembered something. Pseudo-soul. I had to try. With Veldora's help, I placed a pseudo-soul into my empty slime body. By projecting my consciousness onto it, I revived myself. And now, I was back. Ciel was gone, but True Dragon Liberation remained active, so I could still use the combat abilities she prepared for me. I took a breath and faced forward. Ivaraj, the dragon of destruction, begins absorbing everything. not eating, but reverting things back into their original state. Veldanova understands he cannot escape. This is his punishment, the final consequence of all the mistakes he made. His loneliness, his selfishness, and the chaos he spread across the worlds. But then Lucia appears beside him. Hand in hand, they accept their fate together as Ivaraj slowly pulls them in. Lucia comforts him. Veldanova's heart softens. He feels peace for the first time. It's okay, because there is hope for us too. Hope. Elpis. It's a name I've only recently heard. A cheeky slime stood in front of me. The name is... Veldanova suddenly remembered something. A conversation I once had with Lucia. What should we name this baby? When asked this question, Veldanova answered with a happy feeling. That's right, wouldn't Milim be good? Or, why had I forgotten? That was before Milim was born. Veldanova had certainly spoken another name. Now that I remember that, I'm convinced that it was all inevitable. I see. Surpassing his parents had been achieved. As he was about to be assimilated by Ivaraj, Veldanova felt enveloped in happiness once again.
Everyone believed the battle was over, but then the impossible happened. Ivaraj, the dragon of destruction, did what no being in history dared to do. In a horrific display of soul-devouring, it swallowed the creator god Veldanova and his wife Lucia whole. The transformation was sickening. Its existence value? Trillions. A scale so high, it made the previous battles look like child's play. In the middle of this cosmic horror, Rimuru is Rimuru. He's panicking internally, But Ciel is back, and her presence is as smug as ever. Guy Crimson turns to Rimuru and says, Rimuru-kun, what are you planning to do? Rimuru's internal monologue screams, don't use honorifics now. You're just dumping the responsibility on me. Milim and Chloe, battered and exhausted from their previous fights, can barely stand. Rimuru, seeing his friends hurt, swallows his tears and puts on the bluff of a lifetime. I appreciate the offer, but leave this to me. Just watch for his weaknesses. Rimuru charges Ivaraj, and this is where the absurdity begins. To the onlookers, the fight is a display of divine power. To Rimuru, it felt surprisingly easy. He dodges Ivaraj's superluminal strikes with thought acceleration. Rimuru thinks, wait, why is this so easy? She has to be holding back, right? Ciel snaps back. Master, could you please be serious for once? Meanwhile, the peanut gallery loses its mind. Guy complains. That bastard got stronger again. Diablo nods proudly. Rimuru-sama is prolonging the fight, so we may learn. Feldway immediately joins in. Indeed, a lesson from his divine technique. Diablo scoffs. How dare you speak his name so casually? Know your place. Meanwhile, Ramirez claims to be Rimuru's closest friend. Milim shouts that she met him first and is his BFF. And Veldora roars that their soul bond is supreme. Chloe, watching the chaos, simply sighs, it doesn't matter, because I'm the one Rimuru-san loves the most. Ivaraj, who now went by Luvelga after devouring Veldanava and Lucia, was humiliated that a nobody was parrying her god-tier attacks. She transforms again, growing into a huge monster. She now has two bodies, one massive and one humanoid. Rimuru realizes the Great Barrier held by Gaia and the others won't hold if Luvelga goes all out. Yes, that Gaia, Milim's pet. It was able to move in suspended time. Ciel suggests Rimuru something crazy. True dragon nucleation. Rimuru calls out to Veldora, lend me your strength. Veldora, hyped as always. It is finally the turn of the ultimate secret weapon. But then, Velgrim steps in. You can't rely on just our stupid little brother, Rimuru. Velzard followed. Leave it to me as well. The cores of Veldora, Velgrind, and Velzard snap into his sword.
So, who did Rimuru actually end up with in that time I got reincarnated as a slime? In Volume 23, after Rimuru defeats Veldanava and Ivaraj, life finally returns to normal. Or at least it tries to. because a new war breaks out over who gets to be Rimuru's wife. Shuna, Shion, even Milim and Ramirez. Milim's case is different. She just wants to be number one because Rimuru is her best friend. Ramirez? She wants to show off her adult power. Chloe claims Rimuru as her one and only teacher. Hinata just stares at him with cold disappointment. Rimuru's reaction? This is too much trouble. Meanwhile, a certain tsundere mutters, "No matter what happens, I am Master's legal wife and loved one." As Rimuru pretends he didn't hear that,